Someone has been talking about you when you're not around, but not in the negative way you might assume. In fact, it's something much more layered and revealing than simple gossip or betrayal. When your name comes up, their tone changes. There's hesitation, a pause that hints at emotions they're trying to keep under control. They've mentioned you to close friends, trusted confidants, even people they seek advice from, and each time, it's clear that what they feel carries weight. Not anger or resentment, but something deeper. The truth is, they're dealing with inner confusion. They don't fully understand their feelings for you, so instead of coming to you directly, they've been sorting through those emotions by talking to others. They've questioned why you stay on their mind, why your presence affects them so strongly, and why the connection feels different. What unsettles them most is how deeply you've impacted them. At times, they've tried to act indifferent, even saying things that sound distant or dismissive, but that's more of a shield than the truth. Because no matter what they say, they keep coming back to you. They admit, even if indirectly, that there's something about you they can't ignore or let go of. They've also stood up for you in conversations where you weren't present. When others misunderstood you, they found themselves explaining your perspective, defending your actions, and protecting your image. That kind of instinct doesn't come from nowhere, it comes from genuine care, even if they haven't fully acknowledged it. There's also a sense of regret beneath the surface. In quieter moments, they've reflected on how things played out between you, recognizing that they may not have treated you the way you deserved. That realization lingers with them more than they let on. Outwardly, they may seem fine, but behind the scenes, they talk about your absence, your distance, and the impact you've had on them. There have even been flashes of jealousy, subtle attempts to find out what you're doing, who you're with, and whether you've moved on. Even when they pretend not to care, they can't keep themselves from circling back to you. You've become a recurring subject in their life, not out of choice, but because they can't shake the connection. The real reason they talk about you instead of to you is simple: they're not emotionally ready yet. They're still working through their pride, fears, and vulnerability. Speaking to others feels safer, there's no risk of rejection or saying the wrong thing. But deep down, they know the conversation that matters most is the one they need to have with you. And as they continue talking about you, their feelings become clearer, more defined, until eventually, they become too much to keep inside. So if you felt like something is happening behind the scenes, like your name or energy keeps coming up, you're probably right. But there's no need to assume the worst. This isn't about someone tearing you down, it's about someone trying to understand feelings they didn't expect to have. Sooner or later, those indirect conversations will lead to a direct one. The only question is whether, when that moment comes, they'll finally be honest about everything they've been holding back.